Hello guys. In this video you are going to see about solid state. Solid is usually classified as crystalline substance and amorphous substance. Crystalline solid is the solid form of a substance in which atom or molecules are arranged in a definite repeating pattern in 3 dimensions. They have a long-range order and let's see some examples. Diamond, graphite and metals. Amorphous solid contains irregular pattern of ions, molecules or atoms in a solid. Melt over range of temperature. They gradually soften on heating. And they are isotropic and have only short-range order. Examples are glass, rubber, plastics. Let's see. Crystal system. There are 7 crystal systems. They are cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, and triclinic. Cubic is classified into 3 types. Simply cubic, body-centered cubic, and face-centered cubic. Let's see briefly about that. In simple cubic, each atom in the corner of the cubic unit cell is shared by 8 neighboring unit cells. Their coordination number is 6. And their total number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell is 1. The next is body-centered cubic. Those atoms which occupy the corner do not touch the one that occupies the body center. Hence each atom is surrounded by 8 nearest neighbors. And their coordination number is 8. And total number of atoms is 2. And the last is face-centered cubic, in which identical atoms lie at each corner as well as in center of each face. The atoms in face-centered is being shared by 2 unit cell and the coordination number is 12 and the total number of atom is 4. The tetragonal unit cell is distinguished by an axis of 4-fold symmetry, about which a rotation of the cell through an angle of rotation of 90 degrees. 2 of the axes are equal in length, and all 3 axes are perpendicular to one another. A tetragonal system has simple and body-centered tetragonal. Orthorhombic has 3 axes. All at right angles are to each and are perpendicular to each other. They are of different length and it contains several crystal shapes, like pyramids, double pyramids, and there are 3 types of orthorhombic systems, such as simple, body-centered and face-centered. In rhombohedral system, crystallographic axes used in the system are of equal length. None of the axes are perpendicular to any other axis, but the crystal faces all have the same size and shape. And it has lattice point at each corner of the unit cell. The trigonal system, also called rhombohedral, as it belongs to the subdivision of hexagonal system. The reason for classification of its 3-fold symmetry of unit cell, rotated by 120 forms indistinguishable face from starting point. In hexagonal system, components of crystals have 4 axes. 3 of them are equal length and set at 120 degrees to one another and are separated by equal angle and lie in the same plane. And the 4th axis perpendicular to the plane of the other axis. And hexagonal cells have lattice points in each of the 6-sided faces. In the monoclinic system, The crystal is described by vectors of unequal lengths as in the orthorhombic system. They form a rectangular prism with the parallelogram as its base. Hence, two pairs of vectors are perpendicular and meet at right angles, while the third pair makes an angle other than 90 degrees. It is of two types: simple monoclinic and face-centered monoclinic, and a lattice point in the middle of each of two ends. And the last is triclinic system, the crystal in which three axes of unequal length and the angles between these vectors must be different and may not include 90 degrees. That is non-orthogonal angles, which is related to each other. And the triclinic unit cell has least symmetrical shape of all unit cells, and it is biaxial. It is the lattice type that itself has no mirror plane.